Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, September the 24th. Captain Marty Brill here, and I do have a fishing report for you. It's Tuesday, so we had a much slower day of fishing yesterday, mostly because Mondays this time of year, we don't have as many people fishing. I'll tell you what all happened in just a moment. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine or repair, I send them to the best, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Yamaha outboard dealer. Yamaha motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock whenever you're ready. Ratcliffe Marine is also the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or need your Yamaha service, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264 in Belhaven. All right, as far as the weekend and the last few days of offshore fishing, the Hatteras fleet has had a variety of species: king mackerel, wahoo, and wahoo is hot and cold. We've had some boats that have had as many as 10 or 12 to a boat like Jessie on the Carolina Girl. And then other days they have one or two. I often consider Hatteras to be the wahoo capital of the world, though. The mahi, or dolphin fish, the yellow and green crowd pleasers that are so good to eat. If you haven't tried them and you're in a restaurant, of course, always make sure they're local. The fish and the seafood is local seafood because we have plenty of it around here. Despite that, it amazes me how some people still insist on having it shipped in. So always ask for local seafood. But they've had mahi. They've had a few billfish down that way. The king mackerel fishing is both offshore and closer to the beach. They've had Spanish mackerel, some schools of drum, and some big bluefish in their catches. Very, very similar to the Oregon Inlet fleet, which has had some great dolphin fishing. Again, mostly the bailers, the 3 to 8 pounders. They're really fun. If you've never done that, you get 4 or 5 people in the back of the boat. When you get into a school of them, usually around a bed of grass or a old barnacled up load mat, a log, anything you can find floating, almost always this time of year holds dolphin. And then you put everybody out there with light tackle and you bail dolphin. That's the term that's used for catching bailers. The limit's a little over 60. For a 6-passenger boat, you can catch 60 dolphin in 10 minutes if you have the right crew. So dolphin fishing has been very good. Tuna fishing, a little slow for both fleets. There was a lot of blackfin tunas around and a few yellowfins, but now everybody is mostly focusing on the mahi fishing. There's been a pretty good white marlin bite going on at Oregon Inlet each day, with boats having anywhere from 1 to 6 or 7 white marlin. Occasionally a sailfish or a blue marlin mixed into those catches. So that's what's happening out in the ocean. Closer to the beach at Oregon Inlet, though, forgot to mention, still plenty of ribbonfish. There's some big bluefish, and there's some schools of drum roaming around. So that's keeping everybody really, really busy. The main news, though, continues to be the red drum fishing off the piers, and to a lesser degree in the surf. But the big ones, the 41 to 44 inchers, are being caught mostly at night off of the piers. The rougher the weather, it seems like the better they like it. We've had a lot of swell and a lot of surf, so the bite has been good. And then there are smaller red drums still in the surf. Some puppy drums being caught, some yearlings. Cape Point is producing fish most every day. So it's good drum fishing, really good. That's really, in our whole fishing report today, the drum is all the rage. The surf and pier fishing, people come from all over this time of year. But we do have a bonus thing. We have some big bluefish around this year. You can gear down just a little bit with a little bit different rig, or you can sight cast bluefish with metal lures. These are 8 to 12 pounders. They seem to be making a little bit of a comeback, which is great news. So you got your bluefish, and then if the sea falls out enough, you can catch a little bit of everything: sea mullet, spots, croakers, flounder, which you have to let go in most cases. Also a few speckled trout, a few black drum, stuff like that. on the beach. And then, of course, we have some skates, some rays, and some sharks. So the whole gamut of fish are caught in the surf this time of year, and the weather is perfect for that kind of fishing, really. So that is what's going on offshore and inshore, near shore, and at the beach. I'm going to take a little break right here, and then I'll be back to talk to you about sound fishing.
When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find him on social media. Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks.
Sound fishing remains good. I did notice on my trek to the beach and back to Dare County and back from Hyde County today, pretty good amount of boats, of people fishing at Long Shoal. The water is really high there, almost up to the road. A combination of tides and rain draining off the farms and such as that. But there's still a very good drum bite and a lot of drum to be had out in the Sound. And there are both big ones and yearlings. We've been talking about this for several weeks now. So I'm not just making this up. This is just what's going on. But you got to know a little bit about what you're doing. You got to go out and fish on the edge of some of these shoals, which run way out into the Sound, like Long Shoal, for instance. You get out there mostly late in the evening and into the dark and wait for a school of drum to come up and down the shoal. Critical that you have good fresh mullet is one of the best baits, but you can catch them on a blue crab, catch them on a lot of things, really. You know they're feeding on those crabs, and you know they're filling their bellies with shrimp. That's why the drummers, when they're in the slot, the legal size that you can keep there, that's why they're so tasty this time of year. The shrimp are running good right now. A lot of shrimp. It's still, you got plenty of time to visit your local commercial fish houses, Insane Seafood in Stumpy Point, or you could go see Micah and Matt Huth at Fresh Catch, and there are others. So you might want to consider that, to go buy a 50-pound box of heads-on shrimp, and they're switching over to the green tails now. You may say you like one better than the other, but really the differences would be very difficult for most people to tell if they were blindfolded. And I get that from the shrimpers themselves. So I don't know. There are people that will favor one over the other, and that's all good. But the shrimp run is on, so you got all that going on. Other than that, bluefish, a few speckled trout, some sheephead in the Sound. And I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's been a good bite on sea mullet and croakers. Headboats have been doing pretty well on them. Actually, now that's something we don't talk about a lot. They don't get a lot of publicity, but when you're here and you want to take your kids out on one of the headboats, fish light tackle and take them out in the Sound, it's a great way to introduce them to fishing for a great price. So there is small bottom fish being caught better now than they were. They even catch some big bluefish, some ribbon fish, occasionally a yearling drum. So that's what's going on our headboats and for those that enjoy the bottom fishing. And that is pretty much the long and the short of it as we work towards the weekend. It sounds like Friday. We got a lot of rain coming again. It's going to make it really difficult for me to get where I want to get for my Saturday opening day of black powder. It's not really black powder, it's muzzle loader season. And also for the youth day for deer hunting is this Saturday. So that's what's going on in the fields and streams and Gulf Stream of Dare and Hyde County and everywhere else. I really highly recommend you go out and wet a line. Is cheaper than you think. You know, it's better than sitting around and playing, what is it called? World of Warcraft or Zombie Apocalypse or whatever they're called. I don't play them, but go fishing. It's healthier for you. Have a great day.